I'd say that the journey to Code Camp and Power Academy was kind of an interesting journey.
Yeah.
The reason why I said it was interesting was because it was challenging along the way. It wasn't easy at all. But when I remember me about 4 years from now, I didn't know nothing about computer programming. Yeah, if you come here right now and you tell me about computer programming, websites, all those web applications, I'd say, what is it? What are you talking about? But uh, 3, 4 years later, I've become the guy who can help others grow in this field of computer software development. And this is what Code King and Power Academy is about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. What I find fascinating is the time, if you do something consistently and you look forward in time and you go, oh, let's go 2 to 3 or 4 years forward, how things can change if you keep doing the right moves. You keep making them day after day, week after week, month after month, because then your results will show. When your results show, it can be very rewarding. So I got a degree in the science field, and it took me a few years to do that. And it was several years ago I got it. But at the time, nobody in my immediate family had a degree, and I was the first person who was going for a bachelor's degree. So it was I didn't really have anybody immediate to lean on to say, oh, there's this I'm looking at. Do you have any ideas on how you can help me? So, but what I did was I stayed consistent with that. And I did it day after day after day until I obtained the degree. And with you being the co-founder with that, and over time, that's how things really work. Is it's Things don't happen in a day or a week. Generally, if they're great things and they come to you, it happens over a long period of time. Some of the
Yeah,
best achievements that have occurred in this world have occurred over several years. And that's the way it really should be, is hard. Because if things are easy, something's usually off. That's just the way that the world works. And the what would be something profound that you learned in your journey being a co-founder in Code Camp? Something very profound that you learned.
yeah. I think there is a lot of lessons, but one of the things that touched me, I mean, in the deepest way was that when you, I mean, don't wait for, I mean, for greatness to start, but you gotta start to be great. You don't have to wait to become the best computer programmer in the world to start, I mean, and changing or helping other people. Start now and you'll become great in the process. If you're waiting for the day, the month, the year, or the time to become great, that day will never happen. You gotta start where you are with what you have. That's one of the best lessons I've ever learned. I mean, taking the journey to Bootcamp Power Academy.
Yeah, and if you're going to make one of my mentors, he says, if you're going to make a decision, make that decision within 1 hour, whatever it is. He said, if I'm going to make a decision in business, he said, I'm going to do it in 1 hour. I'm not going to spend months and months thinking, well, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. No, now. At least, give it a little bit of time, but not, you don't have to spend days or months thinking on your decision. Is it, I go,
Exactly.
I go, is this something I want to do? Am I going to go after it? Yes, yes or no. And then I spend more time on it and I keep looking at it and I keep perfecting whatever it is. That's how you should
Exactly.
treat a lot of things, because that gives you an advantage, because the majority of people in this world aren't going to make a decision immediately. They're just going to be very procrastinate about it and go back and forth. They're going to be on the fence. But that's really what is not going to get you any success in this world.
You gotta start anyway with what you have. That's one of the best things. And that things I didn't understand it before, and it kept me from making more progress in my life. You know, when I first started recording videos, I wanted to be the perfect guy, to have a perfect camera, a perfect microphone that you have to start. Sounds great. I was waiting for that moment, but as time goes on, I realized something. I never started, but I said to myself that if I need to be better, I gotta start anyway. Before I have just start and keep improving myself just 1% every single day.
Yeah.
And with time, I get the results I aim for. And that's what I'm starting to experience in my life, in my journey, at my level.
Yeah. I will say my microphone, I love this microphone. It's actually not that expensive of a microphone. It's called an SM7B. And there are microphones that are way more expensive, but your camera may be better than mine. I'm gonna possibly get a mount for my iPhone because I think my iPhone might have better recording capabilities. But every day I try to improve my podcast quality. I go, what can I improve? What can I do? So even like this sheet that I'm using, this background, I
Yeah,
utilize AI. I said, how can I improve my setup? And I show AI an image of a picture of my setup for my podcast. And it says, well, you could do this, 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 and this. And most of the stuff I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So then I do it and I go, okay, how can I improve this? How can I improve that? And every day I try to improve. But you have to, like we said, you have to do it, jump into the water,
yeah.
jump into the pool. And then after you're in, then you learn how to swim.
Yeah, that's the best thing I can say because you can read as many books as you want to read, listen to as many podcasts as you want to listen to. Until you take the action, there is some kind of experience that is unique to you. You won't find it in the book, or you won't find it in a podcast, you won't find it in video, but it's uniquely tied to you, and you'll learn it when you jump into the water, no matter how difficult, how rough the sea may be. You gotta get into it and learn to swim, and you learn all the things along the way. And you'll get those unique experiences that you will share with people to this podcast that you have, because it's come directly from your unique experiences. And people can just buy it. They got to go and own it. That's how it works.
Yeah, and then after you learn how to swim, then you go, yeah, I can swim now. I'm like everybody else. Yeah, and then you have to learn how to surf. So then you go out of the pool and you get into the water and you get on your surfboard and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna run this business good. And then the waves hit you and they knock you down. And then when you're knocked down by the waves, you're like, wow, I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. And then you have to keep getting back up over and over again. And that's what winners do, and that's what some of the most successful people in the world do is they keep getting back up when the waves knock them down.
Yeah, and I keep learning from them every single day. I keep learning from them, learning from the journey, learning from everybody who has done something that I'm not, I mean, able to do yet, or that I don't do yet. I learn from it. I
Yeah.
learn from the strategies and try and improve myself. That's how we grow. Because we'll never stop. The bar is always moving. The bar of progress, the bar of greatness is always in motion. There's not a time that we'll get to a point and say, yeah, I got it. No. We get it today, tomorrow there'll be something else, more challenge, with more, with more challenge that will push you to go in next version that you've ever experienced in your life. And this point to tell yourself, yeah, I need to go to that next point. I need to keep getting better and better.
What do you think of AI?
What AI, for me, AI is the best tool that can enhance people experience, that can enhance people's, qualities, works, enhance people's qualities of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can, that's my perception of it. People can use AI to improve their life, to enhance the way they did things. And because if they don't use it like this, I mean, AI will use them. You have two choices, whether you use AI or AI will use you, because AI works on data. AI needs data to perform, and AI gets your data. AI knows the way you work, the way you perform. That's mean if you don't use it, it will use you.
I really like the way that you said that. you use AI or AI will use you. And that's true, man. And that's going to become more apparent even in the next decade. It's going to be just very visual and just right there in your face of how it can use it with your data. Yeah, your data is, if your data is out there, it's going to be utilized. That's really interesting. All right. Well, if someone could get, let me think of how I want to phrase this. If someone wants to get a hold of you and they want to do a podcast, what's one of the best ways to do it?
Okay. I have a personal website, my website, which is bishalve.com, where I share my journeys, having new updates with it. And this is one of my way of getting into contact with me on bishalve.com. This is
Okay.
my, yeah, that's
I'll
it.
put a link below for that. And then for me, my website is joresults.com. I have a free ebook. My niche is with single men. So if they're hearing this and they're hearing about business, which is always good, it's always good to learn about business and become a better businessman in multiple ways. And I'm connecting with all kinds of people. So if there's a single man that's watching this and they want a girlfriend, you just put in joresults.com. That's a letter O. And you can go to my site. You can get my free ebook. It is 20 pages long, and you get that, and you can enjoy it and go from there. And that's a podcast. And this was a nice, short, fun podcast having you on.